1937, Howland Island, Pacific. Amelia Earhart's ghost didn't just vanish, it begged for rescue. The radio static was heavy that July morning when Amelia Earhart's voice faded into silence. She and her navigator, Fred Noonan, were attempting the final and most dangerous leg of their around-the-world flight, and the Coast Guard ship waiting near Howland Island reported only broken words, then nothing at all. Official reports concluded the Lockheed Electra had run out of fuel and plunged into the sea. But what followed turned her disappearance into one of the most chilling mysteries of the century. In the days immediately after the plane was declared lost, faint transmissions began to appear across amateur radios in North America. Families tuning their sets for evening broadcasts claimed a woman's voice broke through the static, repeating coordinates, calling for help, whispering that she was stranded on an island. Others swore they heard a second voice, hoarse and weak, asking for water. The signals were inconsistent, coming at night, then vanishing, only to return on another frequency. Some operators were convinced they were hearing Earhart herself. At the same time, stories emerged from far across the Pacific. Islanders spoke of seeing a strange silver aircraft descend low over the reef, of two foreigners staggering along the beach, of a woman's cries echoing at dusk. Fishermen whispered of a pale figure, wandering the shore in clothes unlike their own, vanishing when approached, the sound of her voice carrying unnaturally across the waves. To them, the island seemed claimed by restless spirits. Years later, expeditions uncovered fragments on Nikumaroro, then called Gardner Island, that deepened the unease. A piece of aluminum matched the dimensions of Earhart's Electra. A woman's shoe was found near the lagoon, alongside remnants of a sextant case. Most haunting were skeletal remains discovered by British colonists in 1940. Early reports dismissed them as male, but decades later, forensic review suggested they belonged to a tall European woman. The bones vanished mysteriously, leaving only disputed records behind. The most unsettling twist lies in the radio signals themselves. Engineers studying Navy logs noted that transmissions were documented for nearly a week after the supposed crash. Yet Earhart's radio could not have functioned once seawater consumed her plane's batteries. If the Electra had sunk quickly, those voices should have been impossible. And still, night after night, operators described a woman crying out through static, begging for rescue. Some accounts recorded words that eerily matched details only Amelia would have known. The backstory makes the haunting sharper. Earhart was not just a pilot, but a symbol of progress, determination, and modern daring. Her disappearance shook the world because she embodied the belief that the sky itself could be conquered. For her to vanish into silence seemed unbearable, perhaps even to her. Those who heard the transmissions believed they were not just fragments of electricity, but the desperate echo of a spirit unwilling to be forgotten. What lingers is the conclusion no official report could erase. Somewhere, on a lonely atoll, a woman may have survived for days, her voice carried across oceans by failing equipment, and some believe by something more. The cries did not end when the batteries died. Long after, islanders still spoke of the woman on the reef, and sailors claimed the wind bore a voice that should have been lost to the sea. Amelia Earhart's fate may never be proven, but her haunting remains. An SOS that refuses to fade, a ghost bound to the Pacific, calling through silence for the world to remember.